Hello everyone and welcome to the Young and the Restless channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. The tension in the Young and the Restless begins to coil tighter than ever as Thursday, April 2 unfolds, pulling every character deeper into a storm of loyalty, betrayal, and dangerous ambition. At the heart of it all stands Victoria Newman, unwavering and resolute, her loyalty to her father burning with a fierce intensity that refuses to dim. She knows what he did. There's no denying the darkness behind Victor Newman's decision to kidnap Jack Abbott. And yet, in her eyes, the lines between right and wrong blur under the weight of family. To Victoria, this isn't cruelty, it's survival. It's a father fighting tooth and nail to reclaim what he believes is rightfully his, to restore their empire at any cost. And though part of her may recoil at how far he's willing to go, another part, stronger, louder, chooses to stand beside him, defending him even as the world threatens to close in. Elsewhere, a far more explosive confrontation begins to ignite as Phyllis Summers storms back into town, bringing with her a storm of unresolved anger and unfinished business. Her path collides almost immediately with Lily Winters, and the air between them crackles with tension before a single word is spoken. Lily doesn't hold back. She confronts Phyllis head-on, accusing her of stealing the Newman empire and sabotaging Kane Ashby's carefully laid plan to return it to Victor. But Phyllis, never one to retreat, fires back with equal force, her voice sharp with accusation as she shifts the blame squarely onto Lily. She reminds her of the deception, of how Lily played along in Victor's scheme, pretending to be in danger alongside the twins just to manipulate Kane. The confrontation spirals into a fierce clash of words and emotions, each woman tearing into the other, exposing old wounds and fresh betrayals as the truth cuts deeper with every passing moment. And while that battle rages, a far more dangerous game begins to unfold in the shadows, one that could have devastating consequences. Matt Clark is already several steps ahead, quietly setting his sights on Nick Newman. There's something calculated and chilling about the way Matt moves, as if every piece is falling perfectly into place for a plan that's been building for far too long. The connection to a mysterious figure, Justin, a drug dealer, begins to take shape, hinting at a web of deception that Nick may not even realize he's caught in. After Justin's recent transaction with Nick, the possibility of a secret meeting with Matt looms large, suggesting that the danger isn't random, it's orchestrated. Despite Justin's claims that he and Matt had never met, the truth feels far more sinister, as though Nick has been deliberately led down a path he can't escape. The stakes rise even higher as the pieces of Matt's plan come into focus, each move more unsettling than the last. If Matt has indeed confirmed Nick's hotel room, then what comes next isn't chance. It's a trap waiting to snap shut. Nick, already vulnerable after scoring a stash of drugs, may not be thinking clearly enough to see the danger closing in around him. There's an undeniable weight to the revelation that he's struggling with a fentanyl problem, a darkness that clouds his judgment and leaves him exposed at the worst possible moment. And then there's the bonus. Drug Justin slipped into the mix, an unsettling detail that feels anything but accidental. The question lingers like a shadow. Was this part of Matt's design all along? Was Nick set up from the very beginning, nudged toward a spiral he may not survive? As the chaos builds and the lines between ally and enemy blur, the looming conflict between Matt and Nick promises to erupt into something far more explosive than anyone expects. Every decision, every secret, every betrayal is converging into a moment that could change everything. And just when it seems like the storm couldn't grow any stronger, Adam Newman remains entangled in the chaos of Sin City, his own fate intertwined with the unfolding drama. In a place where fortunes are won and lost in an instant, the stakes have never been higher, and the consequences have never been more dangerous. One thing is certain: this is only the beginning of a chain reaction that will send shockwaves through every corner of their world, leaving no one untouched by what comes next. The city itself seems to pulse with tension. Each shadowed alley and glittering hotel corridor in Las Vegas reflecting the inner turmoil of the Newman and Abbott families. Victoria Newman walks through the halls of power with a calm determination, but beneath her composed exterior lies a whirlwind of fear and loyalty colliding in a storm that refuses to be tamed. She knows the cost of standing by her father, and yet her conviction is unwavering. She has chosen her side, and she will defend Victor's name even as whispers of wrongdoing circle closer. Meanwhile, across town, Phyllis and Lily's battle leaves emotional wreckage in its wake, a reminder that vengeance and justice often wear the same face. Every sharp word, every accusing glance feels like a small explosion, shaking the fragile alliances and reopening wounds that time has barely begun to heal. Their confrontation is more than anger. It's a collision of past mistakes, misjudged intentions, and the aching desire to protect those they love, even as it tears them apart. In the shadows, Matt Clark's quiet machinations begin to feel almost suffocating, a presence that Nick Newman cannot yet see but will soon feel with full force. Each move Matt makes, each whispered conversation with Justin layers the tension higher, like a storm tightening its grip before the lightning strikes. The room where Nick once felt safe is now a cage of unseen threats, and with each step, the danger grows more imminent. The drugs Nick has taken, meant to numb and control, may instead leave him vulnerable, blurring the line between reality and the traps set against him. The bonus drug Justin provided isn't merely a complicating factor. It's a ticking time bomb, a silent warning that Nick is being pushed toward the edge of a cliff he may not survive falling from. Matt's plan is methodical, almost surgical, and yet every step carries the pulse of danger that only someone truly ruthless could orchestrate with such precision. Amidst all this, Adam Newman drifts through the Las Vegas chaos like a storm-tossed ship, pulled into the currents of a drama he cannot escape. Every encounter, every secret shared and betrayal revealed seems to tighten the web around him, making it impossible to know friend from foe. The city's bright lights offer no comfort. They only highlight the cracks in loyalty and the shadows lurking behind every door. Each character's actions ripple outward, colliding in ways that are both unpredictable and inevitable, like pieces of a puzzle that refuse to fit neatly but cannot be ignored. From the boardrooms of the Newman Empire to the dimly lit rooms where Matt and Justin weave their schemes, the tension is palpable, the stakes unbearable, and the fallout potentially catastrophic. And just as the audience begins to think they understand the alliances and conflicts at play, the undercurrent of deception promises more shocks to come. Matt's plan is far from complete. Victoria's loyalty will be tested like never before, and Phyllis and Lily's bitter confrontation may ignite consequences that extend far beyond their personal grievances. In this city of sin, every choice carries weight, every betrayal leaves scars, and every moment could be the one that tips the balance. The Young and the Restless doesn't just tell a story, it drags its characters and its viewers through a labyrinth of emotion, intrigue, and danger, where the only certainty is that nothing will ever be the same again. In the swirl of power, passion, and peril, the question remains: who will emerge standing and who will fall in the shadows of a city that never sleeps and never forgives? The storm is only beginning, and Las Vegas has never been more alive with secrets waiting to explode. Victor's empire, Nick's downfall, Matt's cunning, and the unyielding loyalties of the Newman women are all moving pieces in a game that none of them can fully control. The city hums with danger, desire, and deceit, a silent witness to the collisions that are about to unfold. Every character's choice is a step toward their destiny, and every betrayal draws the line between survival and ruin ever tighter. And as the camera would sweep across the neon lit skyline, catching the glint of ambition, the whisper of betrayal, and the flicker of hope, one truth becomes impossible to ignore. In The Young and the Restless, the past is never truly buried. The present is a battlefield, and the future belongs only to the cunning, the brave, and the bold. The drama continues to surge forward, unstoppable, unrelenting, and utterly captivating. As night falls over Las Vegas, the city lights glimmer like distant promises, masking the danger and desperation lurking in every corner. Matt Clark's plan begins to unfold with surgical precision, each move designed to exploit Nick Newman's vulnerabilities. Nick, caught in a haze of drugs and fatigue, stumbles blindly into the trap Matt has meticulously crafted, unaware that every step he takes is being anticipated. The bonus drug Justin provided adds a dangerous edge, clouding his judgment and dulling his instincts, leaving him exposed in a world where one wrong move could be catastrophic. Meanwhile, the tension between Phyllis Summers and Lily Winters simmers, even as the city's chaos grows around them, their confrontation echoing the dangerous game being played in the shadows. Phyllis, fiery and unrelenting, refuses to yield an inch, while Lily's sharp intellect and moral reckoning make her an unpredictable adversary, each woman's fury feeding into the others. In this clash of wills, old grievances and lingering guilt, the past and present collide, threatening to reshape the alliances that have long defined the Newman and Abbott families. Amid the turmoil, Victoria Newman stands firm beside her father, her loyalty a shield against the chaos threatening to engulf them. She understands the gravity of Victor Newman's choices, the morally murky territory he navigates to protect and reclaim his empire. Yet, beneath her composure, there's a flicker of doubt, a shadow of fear, for she knows that the line between defense and complicity is thinner than ever. As Victor maneuvers through deception and manipulation, Victoria's presence provides both comfort and tension, a reminder that family loyalty comes at a price. Every conversation, every strategic move carries the weight of legacy, love, and unspoken resentment, shaping the battlefield upon which every conflict will erupt. In the shimmering tension of Vegas nights, alliances shift, trust fractures, and the smallest decision can spark consequences that echo far beyond a single room or a single moment. Meanwhile, Adam Newman drifts deeper into the web of Vegas intrigue, caught between his own ambitions and the chaos surrounding him. Each encounter feels like a test, a gauntlet of trust, deception, and survival that could tip his life into disaster. The city, a dazzling maze of light and shadow, mirrors the labyrinth of secrets he must navigate, where every shadow hides a threat and every promise carries a sting. As Matt closes in on Nick, the stakes intensify, and Adam's own entanglements threaten to collide with his family's turmoil, creating ripples that could change everything. Every decision becomes a gamble, every alliance a fragile balance between survival and ruin. And as the night stretches on, the tension tightens, leaving every character teetering on the edge of betrayal, danger, and revelation. The clash of wills reaches a fever pitch as Matt finally confronts Nick, the culmination of his plotting and manipulation revealing itself in a moment charged with tension and impending violence. Nick, disoriented and weakened, faces a danger far beyond what he anticipated. The shadows around him thick with intent and menace. Every glance, every whispered word feels like a countdown to catastrophe, and the weight of past mistakes presses down like a storm cloud ready to burst. Across town, Phyllis and Lily continue their war of words, each exchange a reminder of unresolved past and the fragile nature of trust. The city, with its neon glow and perpetual hum, becomes a silent witness to the unraveling of lives, ambitions, and loyalties. In this high stakes world, the line between friend and foe is razor thin, and survival depends not just on cunning but on the ability to navigate the treacherous terrain of human emotion and ambition. As the drama crescendos, every character is forced to confront the consequences of their choices. Matt's relentless plotting threatens to upend Nick's world entirely, while Victoria's loyalty binds her to a father whose methods are increasingly ruthless. Phyllis and Lily's conflict exposes long buried secrets, shaking the foundations of their relationships and forcing them to face the cost of their actions. Adam remains ensnared in a whirlwind of chaos, his own destiny uncertain as the city's shadows close in. The stakes have never been higher, the tension never more suffocating, and the emotional fallout threatens to leave no character untouched. In the heart of Las Vegas, where ambition, deception, and desire intertwine, every revelation is a shock, every betrayal a dagger, and every choice a step toward a future that none can predict. The city sparkles with danger and promise as the night gives way to inevitable consequences. Every betrayal, every act of loyalty, every calculated risk converges in a symphony of tension and suspense. The Young and the Restless has never felt more alive, more urgent, or more merciless, as every character moves through a world where the stakes are personal, the dangers tangible, and the outcomes far from certain. In this labyrinth of ambition, love, and revenge, one truth remains clear. In Vegas, no one is safe, and nothing will ever be the same. Each heartbeat, each secret, and each confrontation carries the weight of destiny, shaping a narrative that grips, enthralls, and leaves audiences holding their breath, waiting for the next explosion of drama to shatter the fragile world of the Newman Empire and everyone caught in its orbit. As the night deepens, the stakes in Las Vegas reach a fever pitch, the city itself becoming a mirror to the turmoil unfolding within the Newman Empire. Matt Clark moves like a shadow through this city of neon lights and hidden dangers, a predator closing in on prey. His plan for Nick is no longer just a threat. It's a carefully engineered storm, designed to exploit every weakness, every moment of hesitation. Nick, disoriented by drugs and the weight of his own choices, is teetering on the edge of disaster, each heartbeat drawing him closer to the consequences he can't yet comprehend. The bonus drug Justin supplied isn't just a complication, it's a catalyst, amplifying the danger and setting the stage for a confrontation that could leave lasting scars. Matt's patience and cunning have brought him to this moment, and the collision between him and Nick is nothing short of inevitable. A tense, almost cinematic showdown where only one can emerge unscathed. Across town, the tension between Phyllis Summers and Lily Winters crackles with the energy of unresolved history and personal vendettas. Their confrontation has escalated beyond words, a clash that feels like the eruption of years of buried resentment, betrayal, and frustration. Phyllis, fierce and unapologetic, refuses to back down, each accusation landing like a thunderclap, shaking Lily to her core. Lily, equally resolute, meets every strike with sharp reasoning and emotional honesty, exposing the fractures in Phyllis's carefully constructed armor. Their fight isn't just about business or power. It's about family, trust, and the personal consequences of past decisions. Every glance, every word reverberates with emotional weight, leaving no room for neutrality and forcing both women to confront uncomfortable truths about themselves and each other. The tension between them creates a ripple effect, echoing through the Newman Empire and reminding everyone that the past can never truly be buried. Meanwhile, Victoria Newman remains steadfast at her father's side, the unwavering pillar in the chaos that surrounds him. She understands Victor's actions may be morally grey, but in her eyes, they are necessary to protect the legacy and security of the family. Every choice he makes, every calculated move, carries the burden of empire, and Victoria's loyalty is both a shield and a tether, binding her to his decisions in ways that are both protective and perilous. Her inner struggle between defending her father and confronting the ethical boundaries of his actions adds a complex emotional layer to the unfolding drama, highlighting the sacrifices loyalty demands. As the web of deception tightens, her presence becomes a crucial counterbalance, a human anchor in a sea of manipulation and betrayal. Adam Newman, meanwhile, drifts into the tangled maze of Vegas intrigue, pulled in multiple directions by ambition, loyalty, and survival. Every interaction he has feels like a negotiation with fate itself, where a single misstep could tip him into ruin. The city's bright lights cast long shadows, reflecting the murky moral choices he must navigate as Matt's plan unfolds and the Newman women face their own battles. Adam's entanglements intersect with Nick's imminent danger, creating a pressure cooker of suspense that threatens to explode at any moment. He is caught in the perfect storm of family loyalty, personal ambition, and the unpredictable consequences of past actions, each step forward carrying more risk than the last. As the episode hurtles toward its climax, the convergence of these storylines creates a perfect storm of drama. Matt's trap, Nick's vulnerability, Phyllis and Lily's emotional showdown, Victoria's unwavering loyalty, and Adam's precarious position all collide, setting the stage for a sequence of shocks, revelations, and heartbreak. In Las Vegas, a city of temptation and treachery, the lights shine as brightly as the consequences loom darkly. Each character's choices ripple outward, threatening to upend alliances, destroy reputations, and alter the course of their lives forever. In this web of ambition, deception, and emotion, nothing is predictable, and every revelation carries the weight of irrevocable change. By the episode's end, the audience is left on the edge of their seats, witnessing the fallout of meticulously laid plans, emotional confrontations, and dangerous alliances. Matt's shadow looms over Nick. Phyllis and Lily's war of words has left scars. Victoria's loyalty faces testing truths, and Adam's trajectory teeters between survival and disaster. Las Vegas has never felt more alive with danger, desire, and desperation, a city that watches as its players make moves with profound consequences. In The Young and the Restless, every betrayal cuts deep, every act of loyalty is tested, and every character's fate hangs in the balance, leaving viewers gripping their seats, knowing that nothing and no one will ever be the same. The drama surges forward, relentless and unstoppable, and the question remains: who will survive, who will triumph, and who will be left to reckon with the cost of ambition, deception, and love in a city that never forgives?